Greetings, fellow candle fans. My name is Andrea. Welcome to the start of another Scent Sessions candle blog. Today is Sunday, and this is the one and only candle I have burned today. I had the best day. My daughter came over and she and I filmed a video together of my Kringle Halloween haul part 1. And this one, this was actually, spoiler alert here, near the top of the list. However, as I'm burning it, I have to say I'm a little disappointed. Now, this is only the first burn, so it could change, but I'm craving a boozy note in this. I think I would absolutely like this a little bit more if it had a boozy note. At the moment, I'm getting a lot of fruit and it's absolutely lovely. But to me, it's more something I would burn in the spring or during the summer months. I'm not generally a seasonal burner, but this is leaving me craving not only a boozy note, but a little bit of spice. And so far, I'm not getting either one of those things. Fingers crossed that that develops over time. If you have Kringle's Vampire's Kiss, let me know how you feel about it. Are you enjoying it? Did you get a lot of fruit on the first burn and then it develops over time? I really would like to hear your experiences so I can get a better take on this particular fragrance. As I said, I'm enjoying it, but it's not what I expected. And I think when you buy a candle and you have certain expectations, it can be a little disappointing when it doesn't meet those expectations. And I try really hard then to put that aside and just analyze the fragrance for what it is, not for what I wanted it to be, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm going to try to do with Vampire's Kiss. I'm going to sign off for now. It's been a fun day. You know, we spent the day with Amy and her husband, Brian. We went out to dinner. It was just really a lot of fun. But I'm tired now, and it's jammy time. Oh, by the way, you're in my dining room. I have this candle on top of a buffet that I have in my dining room, which was a thrift find. You know how much I love my thrifting. It's absolutely beautiful. It was a steal of a deal. It was in pristine condition, and I really couldn't have asked for anything more. So I'm going to sign off for now, and I will see you tomorrow. Until then, good night. Happy rainy Monday morning, my friends. We're sitting here in my open concept living area, and I am burning Pumpkinhead from Kringle on my coffee table. If you caught my video that I filmed yesterday with my daughter and posted today on my YouTube channel, then you'll know that Pumpkinhead was the number one choice for both of us from my Kringle Halloween Part 1 haul. I'm having a blast ordering Halloween candles this year, from cute to spooky, but not too spooky, because too spooky gives me nightmares. I can't get the images out of my head. Yes, I'm still 6 in some ways. But anyway, I digress. I really am enjoying Pumpkinhead while it's burning. It's wonderful. I like the hint of orange in there. You don't get hit with it too hard, but it's just enough to add a different element to what is otherwise a spicy fall candle. It really is great, and I know Amy's going to be really happy about getting her hands on it. We've got another gloomy day. As you might be able to tell, it's raining right now. I am going to head over to my guest room and show you what I've got burning in there. Burning here in my guest bedroom is Harvest Marmalade from Gift Gala. This scent has notes of apple marmalade, cranberry preserves, vanilla, pistachio cream, and I think cardamom, if I'm not mistaken. It smells like cardamom to my nose. You know you're getting too many candles when something this beautiful gets lost in your candle closet. I'm really enjoying this scent. It's a little bit fruity, and I love a cardamom note in a candle. That it adds such a beautiful spiciness without it being harsh. And cranberry, like a cranberry apple combination, is one of my favorites, and I even enjoy cranberry on its own, particularly in November. That's one of my favorite fragrance families to burn. So this is gorgeous. A lot of times I'll burn things here in my guest bedroom to start out because oddly enough, it's a small room. It's not very big, but there are 20-foot ceilings in here. And it has a massive window that looks out to the front of my house. So it's an odd space to scent. It's not difficult. When I close the door, I can fill up this entire room in 15 minutes with the right candle. But if I open the door, it throws out into my living room area, then I know it's a beast of a candle. So far, this little girl is doing really well. I'll eventually do a dedicated review on this. I absolutely love the illustration on the front with the preserves and the pumpkins and the berries. This is just a really nice candle, and I really need to rethink my life because this got lost in my candle closet. I will see you all later on tonight to show you what I'm burning this evening. People's response to Sweet Autumn from Caramel Sundays has been interesting to me. I've been looking at some of the posts on the Caramel Sundays Facebook page. People say they're getting a popcorn note or a buttered popcorn note. Other people just think it's too sweet and cloying. I don't get any of that. I get the oat note mixed with the molasses with that touch of smoked cedar wood. And I think Caramel Sundays does a cedar, or not a cedar, but like a toasted note or smoky note so well. And to me, this is a little bit sweet and a little bit smoky and very comforting because of the oat note. This has become a really big favorite of mine to burn in the evenings. I think it would pair nicely with a lot of different scents. And I think it's really versatile, so it's becoming a favorite of mine. If you have this scent, I'd be very interested to hear what your thoughts are on it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? It seems to be kind of polarizing. So let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on Sweet Autumn? For me, it's a 2 thumbs up. That's all for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. You will be thrilled to know that you are back in my bathroom for a burn of orange ginger honey cake from Kringle. I'm getting ready to go play bunco with the ladies tonight. Let's face it, it is just an excuse to drink wine and catch up with each other on what we've been doing. We play once a month, and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It's a good time. We all act a little bit crazy and, throw dice and drink wine and eat. That's about it. This is one of their little 3-ounce tins, and I don't know if you can see it, but it is starting to turn orange around the outer edge like the bigger tins do. I thought the paraffin they put in there was supposed to help prevent that, but I have a feeling over time that orange ring is going to get deeper. I guess we'll see. I got this in the tin because I really wasn't sure it was a scent I was going to like. And I know you guys probably think I like absolutely everything. When I smelled this on cold sniff, I thought, okay, that's not too bad. However, this is my second or third burn of orange ginger honey tea cake, and I'm not crazy about it. There's a powdery note that comes forward that spoils this fragrance for me. I have no idea where it's coming from because nothing powdery is listed on here. But there definitely is a powdery scent. You would think with orange zest and ginger and honey drizzle and, orange syrup and golden cake that this would be fabulous. But no, that powdery note, whatever that is, it kind of ruins it. So I liked it on cold sniff. The first burn I thought, okay, I like this. But now on the third burn, that powdery note is coming out more, and I am not a fan, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to close this out for now, and I will show you later on what I'm burning tonight. This is the only thing I've burned today. I was busy filming, and the fragrance that I was filming is a beast in my space, and I really didn't want it to compete with anything else for that reason. Put a couple of things up on Instagram, so it's been busy. I will see you all later. Oh my goodness, I had so much fun playing bunco tonight. We had a blast. Good food, good friends, good wine, wonderful conversation. It was lots of fun. I hated for the evening to end. That being said, this little beauty arrived from Gift Gala this afternoon. I loved the October Traditions collection so much that I went back and got 3 more scents in candle form that I hadn't ordered at all. Well, one I did order in a candle, it was in a wax melt. It was honey and hearth, but I didn't order Painted Woodlands, and I can't remember the name of the other one. I'll show it to you tomorrow. That's what I'm going to burn in the morning. But I heard so many good things about it that I went back and ordered Painted Woodlands, and I took the lid off of it and gave it a, on cold sniff, and oh, wowzer, this is so pretty. It's got apple, it's got spices in it. I don't know that it's anything out of the box, except there's something about the way that Gift Gala does their blends that they always come out being just a little bit unique, just a little bit different. And look at that label. I mean, that label is breathtakingly beautiful. I had ordered the big extra large pumpkin in Fall Festival because I love that fragrance so much and thought it was a great blending scent. But the minute I opened this and gave it a sniff, I emailed Shelby and asked her if I could switch it out and do Painted Woodlands instead, and she said, sure, no problem. My, is it Honey and Hearth or Hearth and Honey, unfortunately became shattered in a bazillion pieces, which is a shock to me because Shelby packs these candles so well. They're in a box with packing peanuts, with tissue around them, and then put in a larger box, and they're literally buried in packing peanuts. So the FedEx had to work really, really hard to shatter this particular vessel that the way they did. It was kind of sad. That is all for tonight. I'm going to sign off here, and until I will see you tomorrow. Bye. I have butternut pumpkin and spiced apple going on my coffee table this morning. I liked this on cold sniff. It's got butternut pumpkin, it's got spiced apple, It has maple cream, but on cold or on burn, there's a note coming out in this that my nose just doesn't seem to like. I don't know if it's the butternut or if it's the maple cream. I'm gonna have to burn it a little more. This is just my first burn, and I always give soy wax more than one chance because you just never know how it's gonna evolve. So right now, the question on butternut pumpkin and whether or not it's alike is kind of up in the air. But I will give it some subsequent burns, and eventually I'll do a review on it. But for right now, this is I'm not too sure about it. The ladies are coming to clean in a couple of hours, so I am going to sign off for now. This is all I'm burning this morning, and I will show you what I light up this afternoon. Talk to you later. This afternoon, we have Haunted Harvest from Kringle burning in my front hallway. On Cold Sniff, I kind of put this at the bottom of my Kringle haul, but it has moved up quite a bit. It is spicy, and it was pretty much just a spice bomb when I first started burning it. But I've had it going for probably about 2 hours. And at this point, I'm starting to get the creaminess of the pumpkin, and I'm starting to get a little touch of orange in there. And it's becoming a little bit more than just a spice fragrance. It really is lovely. And oh my goodness, is this candle a thrower? This fragrance, you can smell it throughout my whole house. I like to put things, I know I've said it before, in my entryway just to see how they'll throw. And this has filled up my entire open concept space. It's thrown from here all the way to where my fireplace is, and into the kitchen, into the dining area. My office smells like Haunted Harvest, and so does my guest room. So we'll see if this lingers, because we're having company coming tomorrow afternoon. Of course, I'll burn other scents, but I'm kind of interested to see if this lingers in the air too, and you will still smell it in the morning. I have been very impressed with the throw on the Kringle 3 wicks. They throw, I thought the 2 wicks did really, really well, but these 3 wicks, wow. Certain fragrances are beasts. Probably if you have a 2,800 square foot home with ceilings that soar to 30 feet, this isn't going to be a beast. You're going to want this in a 4 wick, or you're going to want multiples. But in my space, this is doing really well to scent the whole area without being overpowering. So I'm enjoying Haunted Harvest. I'm anxious to see how it does on subsequent burns. That's all for the moment. I'll come back this evening and show you what I'm burning. I am burning Always Autumn in my stoffice. That's my studio / office. I had some work I wanted to do in here tonight, and I hadn't burned this yet, so I thought I'd give it a try. I put it on my Bath & Body Works 2025 candle stand that I purchased from, Brain Burp eBay. This fragrance has notes of Gala apple and fig and eucalyptus, and I do like it. I think it's a beautiful fragrance, but it's a little strong for me in this small space. It's given me a little bit of a headache. I think it would do well in my open concept, but in here, it's a little too potent, which is kind of surprising. Usually these 2 wicks, they're strong, but gosh, they're not that strong. So I'm interested to see how this does out in my open concept. It's been a busy day for me, guys. As you can tell, I might be just a little bit tuckered out. We're getting ready for company. My husband's son is coming in from Wisconsin, so we're looking forward to seeing him. He won't be here till tomorrow night, and then he's going to spend the day Friday, Saturday, and head back home on Sunday. That's all for this evening. I hope you had a wonderful day. Until tomorrow, good night. I have coffin cake burning in my guest room on this Thursday morning. I like to burn in here because it's a smaller room and it gives me a really good idea of the character of whatever fragrance I've got going. I am enjoying coffin cake a lot. It is a great spicy cake, spice cake fragrance. Get the words out, Andrea. Get the words out, Andrea. I have probably a couple more burns to go on this before I can definitively do a review. In best case scenario, I'd like to get this out in time for the launch on Sunday, but if for some reason I don't because of the company we have coming in, there are so many other reviewers that have talked about this fragrance that I'm sure you'll be fun, and it could very well be that you have this fragrance yourself and maybe have burned it or will be burning it in the fall months. But I wanted to get my thoughts down on video so that I have that as a record, you know, in the months to come. I will cut this off here and I will see you a little later on this afternoon. It's definitely a Caramel Sundays kind of day today. I am burning fall cider from Caramel Sundays, as was Coffin Cake, which I showed you earlier. And this is a scent that has spiced cider, cinnamon sugar, tart apple, caramel, and warm brown sugar. And what I like about it is, to my nose, this is cider done right. I like the tartness of the apple combined with the caramel. It helps keep the caramel from being cloying, and I don't smell anything scorched about this fragrance, which can sometimes happen when you have either a caramel or a brown sugar note in a fragrance. It's just the right amount of caramel and just the right combination of caramel and apple. A little bit of spice, not really much. This isn't really a spice-forward scent at all. To my nose, it's all about the apple and the caramel. I'm going to be doing a review on this later, so if you want to see it, look for it up on my YouTube page. That's all for this afternoon. I will see you again this evening. Here in my wax warmer, I have Perfect Autumn from Copper Candle Co. This actually came as a sample in a purchase I had made earlier in the summer. And I took it out of the little container it came in. It was a tea light, and I've got it starting to melt in my wax warmer. Great way to enjoy this scent. Get a little more power than you would with a tea light. So we'll see how this smells as it melts down. That is all for me for today, my friends. I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, sweet dreams. Bye. What do I have burning on my mantle today? Well, one of my very favorite fragrances from Kringle, Macarons. I just adore this fragrance. It's absolutely beautiful. And as you can see, this is in the 2-wick tall vessel. It's an older one, and I'm about halfway through this, which for these Kringle vessels is saying a lot because it takes me forever to burn through a Kringle candle. This is just a beautiful macaron with juicy, rich, buttery. It reminds me a little bit of jelly donut in that it has that blackberry raspberry combination, and oh my gosh, I love this, especially in the winter when it's cold outside. There's just something so comforting about it and so soothing, and it's strong. I was out on the porch. I have this burning on my mantle, and I was out on the porch, which you could kind of see in the upper right-hand corner, and I had the door to the kitchen open, and you could smell it all the way out there. It's beautiful. It's one of my very favorites, and when Kringle brings it back, or I'm hoping they bring it back in the 3-wick vessel, I will definitely purchase it. This and jelly donut, I don't have jelly donut in my collection anymore. I burned through it, and it hasn't been restocked for a pretty long time. But honestly, macarons and cherry crumble are two of my absolute favorite fragrances from Kringle. I won't be doing another burn today on this Friday. As I had told you previously, we do have company here from out of town. Matt, or that's Joe's son, Matt and Joe, they went out to Skyline, which if you have ever lived in Cincinnati, you know. So that is it for me this week. If you like any of the fragrances I've burned this week, definitely let me know in the comments. We were a little Caramel Sundays heavy because I wanted to get through some of the things I have yet to burn pre-launch. Their launch is taking place on Sunday, August 23rd at 7 Eastern Standard Time. Kringle has launched the Boo Crew part 1 and 2. So that is up on their website if you want to go check out the Boo Crew. Those labels are absolutely adorable. And many thanks to the Kringle ambassadors. I think Kringle is kind of on the struggle bus this year, and I suspect they're having issues with the vessels and probably the labels too. So I kind of feel for them. I know it's rough to go through struggles in business like that. So take a look and see what they've got. The ambassadors, like I said, have done a great job of getting their reviews out. So we have some kind of an idea of what we may or may not want to purchase with this launch. I think that's about it. If you enjoy this kind of content, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. Join the family. I'd love to see you here every week. For now, I am going to sign off, and I will say thank you for watching this and for spending some time with me today. Until next time, you take really good care of yourselves, my friends. Bye.